Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Tiana here, of course. So today's video, I'm going to be doing a wear test on the new Smashbox Weightless Feel plus Oil and Shine Control Full Coverage Studio Skin Foundation. If you guys did not know that they had a new foundation coming out, then here you are today. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this wear test because I want to try to have a couple of hours to wear it and show you guys how it wears after at least 2 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So if you want to see me test out this foundation, then please keep watching. So I'm gonna start off by priming. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Master Prime and Base. It's the Blur and Pore Minimize one. So I didn't know at first that Smashbox came out with a new foundation, and I saw like somebody do a tutorial or video with it last week. And I was like, oh wow, I did not know they had a new foundation coming out. And I have the other one that they came out with, which was the Studio something. I don't know what it's called. Okay, so this is the first one. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. And as you guys can see, I am completely out of this foundation. Like, it is done, okay? So this was the darkest shade that they had. With the new foundation, however, it does go a few shades darker than this. So in the new foundation, there is 40 shades, and it is probably like, you guys can see this, it's a little bright, but these are the last 2 rows here of the darker shades. And as you can see, it kind of starts fading into dark. I did notice that the undertones with this foundation are kind of iffy. I didn't really like the way they were looking online. So when I got in the store, I swatched it anyways and decided to go with the shade 4.25. This is dark and the undertone is warm. This one is a hydrating foundation and it only claims to be 15 hours. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see. I'm not going to be wearing this for 24 hours. So I won't be able to test that out for you tonight. The back claims, it says it's 24-hour full coverage packed with pigment, smooths with hyaluronic acid. It says oil and shine control. It has like bamboo powder that controls the oil and the shine. It has a soft focus blurring effect. It's waterproof, and yeah. So that's what we're going to be trying out today. So as you can see, this is in a squeeze tube here, and I'm guessing it's more in like a tube style because maybe they're saying you don't need as much. Maybe a little goes a long way. So we're going to test that out and see today. I'm just going to squeeze a couple of drops. Oh, it's thick. Okay. It is really thick. Okay. It is definitely full coverage, and it's kind of the wrong undertone. I would not, you guys, I don't even know if I should go forward with this. So looking at the box, this is not an indicator at all. Looking at the outside packaging here, I feel like this is not a good indicator of what it looks like either. I definitely probably should have went with the one dot first. We're gonna hope that it warms up. It is really kind of like drying. It doesn't feel liquidy at all. And I think it did say that it was infused with powder. So that's probably why. I definitely think I put on too much. What do you guys think? I definitely think I put on too much. We're gonna hopefully be able to make this work today. So it doesn't look too bad now that I've kind of blended it like all over my face and it wasn't so obvious that it was the wrong undertone. I feel like maybe I should go back and kind of swatch different undertones, and there might be one that works for me, but the one that like describes my skin, it's not necessarily the undertone that I would choose. I don't think. It's just super yellow. So we're gonna hope that it does some type of warming to my skin as it sits a little bit. I'm gonna touch up my brows off camera, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna finish the rest of the face. Okay, so for concealer today, I am gonna go in with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I think the foundation kind of looks a little bit better now that I kind of gave it a little bit more time to sit on my skin. I think that initial just applying it just really shocked me because I did not think it was going to be that yellow, especially just kind of looking at the outside packaging. Also swatching it in the store, like I just did not see it. I didn't think it was going to be that yellow. I'm not exactly sure if this was the right concealer to go with today. I don't know, maybe the lighting in here is bad. This concealer just looks super pink, like it's mixing with it and it's like really pink. Is that me? Am I being crazy? Can't be the only one seeing this. Do you guys see this? Like, my concealer usually never looks, it usually never looks this pink. Blending it out with a sponge and just see, I don't know. I doubt it was the brush that would be causing that. It just seems like my concealer just looks really pink or peachy, kind of like an orange. Kind of looks like it's almost like a color corrector or something. So I like to just kind of bring my concealer on my eyelids because they get super oily. Now that my concealer is blended in, I'm still seeing a little bit of pink. I don't know why. I always use this concealer. This is my first time using the foundation, but this is a staple concealer that I love using. So I'm going to go in and set with my Fenty Beauty Instant Retouch Setting Powder. This will kind of help the pink look. I feel like it's already kind of doing a little something, because it was not, I don't know what was going on. Like, I can't be the only one that saw that. It looked really pink on my end. Like, I don't know if it's just the way it's coming through the viewfinder. It was looking pink, but it was kind of looking pink in real life too. So I don't know. I'll have to look at the footage and see. Sometimes I'll take my setting powder and I'll apply it to more areas on my face. But since this foundation is kind of almost saying that it is kind of a self-setting foundation. No, it just says on the back, it says that it is a kaolin, I don't know how to say that word. Is it kaolin clay with bamboo powder, controls oil and shine. So it kind of has, well, not kind of, it definitely has powder baked into it. So I'm not applying it all over my face, because sometimes I'll just dust the powder kind of everywhere, but I don't want it to get too cakey or make my skin look a little dry. So okay, so I've applied concealer and I've set it, and I think so far so good. Like I said, the foundation is definitely full coverage. I did not have to go back in with any extra, which is a good thing. I don't like the undertone. I think it could definitely be better. As I'm looking at it now and seeing how it comes through the camera on my monitor, it doesn't look bad. It just looks like the concealer is reacting some type of way to this foundation. I'm gonna look at the footage, of course, when I get done, and just see how everything is looking, you know, and I'll probably end up being crazy because it might not look pink at all. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off like my eyes. I'm not going to do a complicated eye look at all. I'm just going to go ahead and finish it off so I can get into this wear test for you all, and you guys can see how it wears for the rest of the night, and I'll be right back. So I am done applying everything to my face. I went in with some bronzer, some highlighter, and I just did a little minimal eye and some mascara because I wasn't really focused on the eyes. And plus, I'm not really going to be doing anything else for the rest of the evening. It is currently 8:43, so I'm going to wear this foundation for as long as I can before I hop in the shower a little bit later. I will come back and do an update. But I did want to just mention a couple of things I did not mention earlier, is that this foundation is definitely super duper matte. So if you are someone who is oily like myself, you will probably really like this foundation because so far it's looking really good. And I'm kind of thinking that it's going to look good in the next couple of hours, because I think something that's claiming to be 24 hours and it has powder and kaolin clay baked into the foundation, I feel like it's going to last a little bit longer than 2 to 3 hours. So I will see you guys in a few hours to give you guys my update and my final thoughts. Okay guys, so it is currently 10:48. You guys can see that, and I've had it on now for a little over 2 hours. I guess it was around 8:20 ish when I first applied it, and it's been pretty much 2 hours since I last checked in with you guys. So as you can see, within the 2 hours, you can see a little bit of dewiness starting to peek through, which for me is normal, but I will say all in all, it doesn't look that bad. I do see a little bit, I guess, like breaking up right here, but that could be because I was like I do this all the time. Like, I'm always laying my face on my like fist. I do it at work. I do this a lot. I do this a lot. So like in these areas, normally my makeup tends to rub off a little bit more, and sometimes I just have to go back in with some powder. And like I said, this looks pretty good for not having to set it at all with powder. I think if I would have applied an all over face powder, it may even look a little bit different. This is more so just a highlighter, but I do see like a little bit of dewiness like right here and then right up here. But like I said, keep in mind that I did not set all over with a face powder. So other than that, I think everything turns out pretty well with the foundation. As I got in other lighting, like in my bathroom and things like that, I was able to see that the foundation doesn't look as bad as I was thinking it did. And so just that initial kind of first application just looks really yellow, but then after a while it kind of just warmed up with my skin. It kind of settled in, and of course with bronzer and concealer and setting powder and things like that, it kind of made everything work together. I'm still on the fence about whether I will stick with it or if I'm going to return it. I don't usually like returning my foundations unless it's like the color is just way off, and I think this color is pretty decent to the point where like I can make it work, or I can just apply it and know that it's going to work with my skin after 10 minutes or whatever. If I'm trying to apply a really quick face and I know I'm kind of like on the fence about the shade, I probably wouldn't reach for this foundation just because, you know, I don't know if it's going to be yellow, if it's going to be, you know, it's going to interact with my concealer. I don't know. So I think I'm going to keep it though, because I actually really do love the full coverage of it, the full coverage aspect of it, and the fact that it is super matte. And I really want to try it out on a longer period of time. I'll leave a link down in the description box below to where you can get this foundation. Like I said, I picked mine up at Ulta. It retails for $36. You have tried it out. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about it so far. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see more wear test videos, then please give me a thumbs up so I know that you do. Please subscribe if you are not, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.